Hey builders, Brick Ratty up here, back from Brickworld with my first video being my custom Lego haul. You can see on the left here, this is my badge brick that I got from the weekend. It has 3 different 1x6 bricks that you can customize. I swapped out one of them for the Mini Superheroes Today brick that I got when I met him. And the top one is one that I got for donating some money to the charities they were running. You know, I was a new attendee because I went for the full week this year. Every year they hand out one that it is a recognized AFOL networking event. So this is the one for 2023. Below that, I'm a user of Eurobricks, and I was able to talk to Tim from Eurobricks at their table. So he's handing those out, and that's really cool. I've been using Eurobricks for years, and I don't know, it's just so fun to have a little bit of your community in physical form. The Malort one is from the speakeasy that they ran. The overall theme was Roaring 20s. So that was a little fun activity they had where they were serving Malort, which is a Chicago alcohol, which is famous for being very bad. I actually was familiar with the brand before being able to drink it. I watched a lot of Cow Chop, and they always had that in their videos and talked about how terrible it was. So my expectations were pretty high for how bad it would be. And I don't drink a lot of alcohol actually, but I didn't mind this one too much, surprisingly. Below that, I purchased this from Minibigs. And I also got this Fallout 76 one from Eclipsegrafx. One of my builds was based on Fallout 76, or inspired by it at least. So I put this really fun print next to my build to add to it a little bit. And I didn't buy it this year, but I did have my 1x8 Citizen brick on the bottom as well. So with that badge brick out of the way, let's get to the convention exclusive minifigure, which featured a torso printed by Ktown Customs. So it is pad printed. It's just a vest. And again, like I said, the theme was Roaring 20s, so this is just a 1920s jazz club gangster type character. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. Also came with a hairpiece. The head is a Lego printed head. So it was cool to get this, especially if you're a fan of Ktown Bricks. My other custom Lego freebies are here, where I got a clippy 2x2 round tile from Eclipsegrafx, 2 1x4 citizenbrick.com bricks. One side is white and the other one is black. With them on top of each other, you can see the 2 different styles. In the gift bag for registered attendees, you got a free Crazybricks afro, as well as a coupon for a free top hat of theirs in either reddish orange, like you can see here, or brown. And something very special and cool to me is this test print from one of Crazybricks' Kickstarter campaigns. And I get this because I ended up giving him one of my xenomorph builds that I was handing out. I'm so glad to have something very cool and unique like this. It is glow in the dark, and I guess they weren't able to actually produce these because the company that was going to give them the resin for this ended up running out before they were actually producing their products, which is unfortunate, but I'm glad to have one. And here are a couple more awesome things that I got. Part of the Brickworld culture is that some people go around and leave little gifts by the builds that they really like. Some of them are a bit more intricate, others are just a couple of pieces, but it's a way to show other builders that you're a big fan. They range in different sizes. Some people have little printed tiles or little builds. And this bigger one here is actually from the previous Brickworld Master, where they'll build something related to their build from the previous year and hand it out to their favorite builds. Last year they did a really cool Oasis build. So this is from Tim Liddy, or if you're on Eurobricks, Captain Nemo. And it's so cool to get this. I've always been a big fan of his work because I've been on Eurobricks for years. And some of his X-Men work has been a very big inspiration to me. And part of that build was a waterfall with spinning clear bricks to represent the water falling. He was able to replicate that very well in this. The other fun thing is this mini kit that I got. I think that's really fun. I don't actually have one of these built for myself, but getting one is awesome. Big Nate Bricks was also handing out some Hot Wheels. I forgot to include in the opening shot, but I also got a chrome brick separator from SW Mish Legoholic. So that's really cool. Talked to him a bit, and I guess for work he has the ability to do some chroming stuff, so he was handing these out. And this is really awesome, actually. Plus, another cool thing, I had to meet Iceman Jake, who does other custom Lego videos on YouTube just like me. So it's very cool to meet all these like-minded people and it's just such a fun and cool experience overall. I'm so glad to go for the whole week this year instead of just a day from last year. And just something cool in general. I got my Big Shot figure packaging signed by Joe from Citizen Brick. So this is now a priceless artifact for me, and I'm very glad to have met and talked to him a bit. And I'm very excited about all the different parts that I got from all the different companies. I got a lot more than last year just because I really thought about how this is just a once a year sort of event. And as a pretty new collector, I want to get as much as I can in different colors and fun different designs. So let's kind of jump in and take a closer look at everything. Getting this huge bag out of the way, we'll do this last. Just because of the quantity of parts, I'm not going to be able to do this as organized as I usually have, but I'll do my best to show off everything a little bit. I got two different carded figures, one of which being Flava Flav and the other one being Will Ferrell's more cowbell guy. Both of these have been out of print, and I knew that they're older figures and ones that I don't have. I'm going to be trading this one away to one of my friends probably, but I definitely want to keep this one. So let's start off with the more UV printed bag with Eclipsegrafx and Brick Tactical. I didn't end up getting much from them just because I had bought a lot of their stuff that I wanted in the past, but one of the big items that I really wanted was the Great Expectations wall based on Spider-Verse. I'm hoping I can throw this on the Daily Buell maybe. This is a really cool piece. I know it's sold out online a lot of the time, and it's great to finally get one. Getting everything a little bit more organized. You can see kind of the spread of the things I got. Other than the wall from Eclipsegrafx, I got the Deadpool 2 poster and an X-Men #1 comic cover. For Brick Tactical, I got one of their Dexter Jetster tiles, a Brick Tactical like lavender torso, I'm pretty sure, UV printed troll face. I know they have a bunch of these meme ones, but this was the only one they had available, I'm pretty sure, and I thought might as well get that one just because I love older memes like that. And these 3 skulls are all pad printed. I just thought it was an interesting part to get, and I'm thinking the yellow one could probably go to Skeletor, and these other ones are just 2 fun colors that maybe I could do something with in the future. I have some stuff from Slug Films over here. I got their logo tile right there, and some different Wes Anderson prints, one of which being the Moonrise Kingdom painting, Boy with Apple from Grand Budapest Hotel, and the posters for that movie, as well as the French Dispatch. It's really great meeting them in person, and this tile is going to go with one of the figures that I already have. So it's great to add to my Wes Anderson custom Lego collection, and having this prop to go with the Grand Budapest Hotel figures that I already got from him. And I'm very excited for his future Wes Anderson figures to come out so I can get them. I also got some Brickarms. Mostly I just wanted to buy the 2 Uzis for my domino figure, but the rest were freebies. It's kind of funny, I accidentally got 2 transparent gaffy sticks, one of which was in my gift bag, the other one I picked as a freebie, so I probably should have picked something differently. I think this is a Mandalorian gun in sand purple, and I'm not sure what gun this is, but it's in trans clear, so that's pretty fun. And it's always nice to be able to upgrade your custom figures with some better accessories. So now I have some more realistic guns for this Phoenix Customs domino. And the Brickarms gun just looks way better than the official Lego gun. Before we get into Citizen Brick, I also got some stuff from Minibigs, Sig Fig from Kirby and Her Bricks on Instagram, and I got this from TD Bricks. He was handing them out if you did like 10 seconds of dance moves, and I did with a couple of my Instagram Citizen Brick type friends. And I actually made it into the video, which is kind of funny and a little cringe maybe, but I got this custom Tintin figure, which I'm pretty sure is by Minifigs Me, or it could be by somebody else. If you know, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. Honestly, this figure actually is pretty good, and I was trying to look through the bag to pick out something that's a little bit more valuable. Also, has an alternative face. So I'm pretty happy with my selection here for this random YouTuber challenge sort of thing. These Minibigs releases are really cool, and they're probably just early releases. They'll be out online in the future. I got another Spider Frank figure. I ended up getting this one on the secondhand market for a little bit more, so it's a bummer that I was able to get this one for retail. But this is one of my favorite figures. It was my #1 for last year, and it's great to have a second one just in case, or for trading. I got their Welcome to Fierce City printed tile, and also a torso with the skeleton printed on it on a tie-dye torso, so it's cool to have an overprint like that. Same with this police officer with some blood on it. That's also a double overprint, with it also having some of the printing from their Michael Myers sort of jumpsuit. You can kind of see the lines on the front, but it's mostly noticeable on the back. So this is going to be really cool for mocks. I'll have to figure out something to do with like the Joker or Batman bad guy. Also, their new gold and silver version of the clown print is really cool and interesting, and is slightly different than their one that they released previously, with just having different colors but the same sort of design. This gold guy, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be based on, but features a frowny face, bit of a stomach on the torso, nothing on the back. So it's just a cool little figure with, and same goes for this bloody bat. That's really cool to get. Another fun and useful accessory. Maybe I can put this one in the same sort of picture as that one. And it was so cool to meet Minibigs in person. They're so nice, and I can't wait for their other products to come out in the future. With all of the other companies out of the way, let's get into the company that I bought the most from, being Citizen Brick. And they're honestly probably the main reason why I really want to go to Brickworld, to get exclusive parts that are sold out, or any other older things that I missed out on previously. I'll quick lay these out so you can see what everything looks like together. And here's basically everything that I got. And they also sold their first in-house poster. I ended up getting one, and I got number 70 out of 100. They had all of the printed tiles basically for the Foxy Blocks Lego Strip Club. So I got as many as I needed to complete the set. So these two have some duplicates, but just to save some space, I didn't put them out. I was very glad to get those, as well as one of the shining doors that says Red Rum. That's going to be really cool. I'm a big movie fan, but I missed out on that set. But this is a must get, and I was very lucky to have gotten one of their Coca-Cola can soft drink sets. I think this was the only one they had at the show, so it's very cool to get that. I was also able to pick up some of their convention exclusive candy heads, as well as the gummy bears. I'll show those off quick. And checking out these heads, they're wrapped in plastic like they would be a hard candy. So that's a fun little bit of humor. So I grabbed a blue one to match with these blue parts. And something good about these pieces are that they have that gold printing, which is pretty unusual for these big heads. A lot of the time they'll just have black on them. So these are kind of fun to get. And I got them in a couple different colors. Just some different things that I thought would be kind of cool and useful. But these were a good deal for $3. Normally they're $5. And in addition to these, they also had the gummy bears, which didn't have a stud on the bottom, so it's not like you can place them anywhere. But you can place a stud on the top of the head, so you can try and put some hats on there for some funny combos. But for the most part, just a fun, interesting gimmick. You can see that there are some weird molding inconsistencies on that, so these don't look as close to gummy candies as they do to hard candies. And they had around 5 different colors, so I got a couple of them. I don't know, they're not super exciting. The faces are molded on there, not printed. And in addition to those, I was able to pick up 2 full minifigure misprints of Mr. Orange from Reservoir Dogs. Pretty sure that's his color. Please don't berate me too much if I'm incorrect, but the Tim Roth character. I'll show these off quick. And when you say misprint, it just means that it is the figure with its normal printing, but on random colors, like this one being on that bright green, white, and then also lavender for the head. That's what the figure usually looks like. So it is always interesting to see this in different color combinations. And both of those misprint figures are going to be the exact same character. So just something cool. And this is why most people visit the CB booth and go to conventions if you're a collector. And I'll say, it felt like this was a very good convention for big heads. They had these baseball ones. I got a couple different colors of those. And also they printed their Kool-Aid Man head on a bigger head. So that's a little bit more accurate to the character. I got a couple of different colors. I'm really happy I got a trans red one, which makes it seem like he has Kool-Aid in him. And it's kind of fun to see that original printing on an interesting color like transparent red here, where it might not always be the easiest to see that printing. But especially in the case of the Kool-Aid Man here, this is almost more accurate of a representation. And It'd be fun to get all the different transparent colors for this to have all the different flavors. And also, you know, just big head smileys. And these were a bit interesting. They didn't have them out on the first day, but on the Friday before the convention, they brought these out. They're some of these stoner heads with some blue and red printing, which would be kind of matching the 3D effect. And it came in yellow flesh, and then also that kind of pearly trans clear. So those are really cool to get. I got one of all those colors, and I think there were some other smaller misprint quantities, but I didn't see those by the time I got to them. Also, they just had their female neutral faces in different colors, just to get some other more generic parts out of the way. They had some torsos with Citizen Brick Enthusiast, so I got a couple of those just in case I can trade them out. I also got one in dark brown, and some stuff that I'm really excited about are some of their logo torsos in different colors. So I got sand green, coral, magenta, I believe, gold, and also purple, which I'm very excited to have this one. I love purple. And it seems like some of them have some different backing color. This one looks a little bit more tan, and then the other ones use kind of a more silver color. And some more convention exclusives. They had some Father's Day torsos, with one saying Deadbeat Dad, the other one being World's Worst Dad, and World's Best Dad. These pink with the sleeve ones seem to be a bit more rare, so I'm really glad to have picked up both of those. And they had a ton of the white ones. I also just got an older Citizen Brick torso one there, a shirtless and chain one here with some hair, and the Michael Jackson torso in some sort of blue. It might be medium blue. I just thought this looked the best out of the misprint colors, and I'm glad to have that in another color. For a lot of the torsos that I did end up getting, they only have the printing on the front, nothing in the back really, but there are a couple that do have printing. Another fun piece was getting this Illuminati head finally. I have the pizza version, but it's nice to have the version with just the eyes. And I love this piece. It's going to be fun to do some pictures and fig bars with this one for sure. I think the best set of misprints at the convention was all the different colors of underwear legs that they had. I also picked up some more flesh and yellow, just because those are some pretty useful parts that haven't been online in a while. Dark orange, purple, reddish brown, sand green, olive, and they also had a couple of these transparent pink ones, and those are really fun and cool. I need to get some other transparent pink parts to go with these ones, but these probably are my favorite Citizen Brick parts, and it's nice to have the different colors to match them up with different torsos for some more monochrome style figures. But looking at them, I wish I would have gotten maybe only one of the flesh and yellow, since I do already have those ones, to get more random colors. But I'm really glad to have these in my collection, and hopefully in the next couple of years they'll have even more different colors available. And with those misprint legs out of the way, I ended up just getting a couple from some older figures, one from the Sopranos set of Reservoir Dogs, just black belt printed legs. These are from the Lowrider set, but it's just the khakis with the tennis shoes, and that's a really cool piece. It's definitely from one of my favorite figures. Just a generic blue jean print with the belt, which is from the Will Ferrell figure I showed off earlier. And these sand blue jean printed ones that I think someone told me that they're from the Kurt Cobain figure. These are just some useful pants prints, so I got one of those as well. And they had this braces print on some big heads. I didn't pick up any of them just because I didn't really feel like I would use them, but they had a couple of these wall prints with the face on them. I thought this was very interesting and cool misprint, so I had to pick one up. I also picked up one of their Michael Jordan cardboard printouts that is from their Home Alone set that they released a couple of years ago before the Idea set came out, so that's really cool to get. On to the last couple of parts. Got one of their zombie legs in lime. They had a bunch of these punk pajama pants ones again, so I got one in coral. And again, just continuing, I wanted useful legs, so I got some of these jean type ones in different colors. I think sand blue, metallic, dark silver, medium azure maybe, and then I think sand blue or some other lighter blue. So I just love having those generic prints just to use on random characters. Getting into more torsos, they had these Anarchy torsos from their Slayer figure from Citizen Brick Day last year. I got one in red, I think bright green, and again, purple. Just because purple and red, you know, that's a pretty good combo. And this red one's interesting because the printing on it is also red. You still can kind of see the printing on there, but it's a little harder to see. And I also got two different pizza party ones in, I think, spring green and also highlighter yellow. I should have pointed this out earlier, but I also got a lime World's Best Dad. So that's a fun little misprint. And for these types of torsos, you can see that the colors look a little bit off when they are on the different colors. Other times, looks about the same. But this is where collecting Citizen Brick can get interesting with the different color combinations. A couple of neutral heads here with yellow stubble ones and also some flesh stubble ones. And I've been seeing people have been pointing out that this head might be exclusive to the event, being kind of close to the Coach Dicka figure that came out last year. But it's, just a mustache and sunglasses type of figure, so you're able to use that elsewhere. And I got a Magnum PI head with the hair attached. And again, just a useful head. Maybe I could use this for Mario or something. And the last stack of heads, which are misprints. I have two of those David Bowie ones, one in some sort of medium darker flesh, lime, and a orangey yellow neutral face. I got the Rambo head in yellow, and I just got these two because they're useful, and I can make a pretty easy purist Jack Torrance just using the head. And I also have the door now. This is just one of the scary girls also from The Shining. And of course, they had all sorts of different colors of the Kermit print. So I got gold, transparent purple, and also lavender. Fun parts to have. All that's left are these accessory style parts. I got one of the Tony Soprano torsos, and they were missing the sleeve on one of the arms, but I picked up an extra one to throw on there. Got two of their misprinted ice cream heads. Got a Hannibal Lecter mask in purple. Got two of their molded sticks just because I don't have any of these, and I thought it's an interesting enough part. I also got two of the Pee Wee Herman Zelensky style hair pieces in brown, just in case. And this hair was originally used for Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men, and it was reused in their Boogie Nights set, but these two colors are not in either of those sets. I can use one of these yellow ones for my Prince Adam figure if I switch it out for a normal neutral face. And I got more of their yellow rubber chickens just because these haven't been online for a while and that's kind of the best color for them. Also, one of their actual rubber chickens that's bendable. I thought that'd be really great to have. Other than the actual hair pieces, I got one of their custom molded black hair pieces. And I mentioned this during my Grand Budapest Hotel video, but I wanted to try and make the hairpiece work for $0. I'm very happy. I got one of their liquor bottles in pink color, two really cool accessories. I got a normal silver Freddy Krueger hand and also one in yellow. So I'm going to be able to do some more with these. I'm very excited for that. Another just nice accessory, one of their straight razors from the Reservoir Dogs set. I also got another chicken wing, one of their printed mustard bricks, and also the nozzle accessory, which is from their hot dog enthusiast, I think, or it's one of their fast food worker ones, so that's fun to have. Got two Heisenberg hats, one in dark orange, I believe, and then gray with some swirl in it. So these are fun to have. This one's definitely more unique than the other, but both of those are just fun accessories. I'll figure out a way to use them. Printed baseball hat with a C on it, and this is from their Danny McBride figure that they've done. Don't have this one yet, so it's good to have. And for the last Citizen Brick item, I have this random white poop piece for some reason. Not sure what this is from at all, but I saw it and I had to pick it up. If you have any idea what this is from, please let me know. I'd be interested to hear. I'll just throw some fun character combinations for my parts. And I did display at Brickworld as well, but I love collecting, and it's the perfect place to get some really unique parts from Citizen Brick, and going to this event gives you a good opportunity to match up some different parts you might have, or just create some weird, funny combinations. I had a really great experience this year. I met a lot of really fun people in the custom community, and of course, like you saw, I was able to pick up a lot of really fun parts. I'm going to be able to do a whole lot of different pictures and fun figures with these One of the best parts about visiting the booth in the misprints is getting all the weird colors that don't really fit the character. And when you're rushing to dig through everything to pick stuff out, it's about as close to early 2000s Black Friday that someone like me could imagine that never really experienced that. And while it's just fun to get some fun colors, it's even more fun to get interesting gimmicks, like parts that glow in the dark, like you can see here. This baseball head and glow in the dark is super cool. And of course, this gift that I got from Crazybricks is so special to me. And it's always fun to make little combinations with stuff like this. And even not just the misprinted color ones. I'm just glad I pick up some of the figures that I got. And I'm so excited for next year where I can do it again. And it's going to be a bit of a struggle for me, honestly, to figure out what I'm going to display again next year. So thank you all to the vendors that came to the convention so I could check out a little bit of all your products. And for everybody that came up to me and talked to me, that was really nice to meet you all. I'm glad you liked what I built, and it really drives me to put more out into the community and also just keep pushing myself to be better. If you want to see more custom LEGO reviews, check out all the other videos on my channel. And for more Brickworld videos coming out in the next couple weeks, don't forget to subscribe. I've been Brickworld, and I'll see you in the next video.